When examining the flat tire and canal murders, it's important to understand the background and culture in which these terrible crimes occurred. In the 1980s, South Florida received a reputation as a crime fueled, drug ridden, and dangerous location. The 1970s, by all accounts, were as bad or worse in terms of crime. In 1970, crime doubled in Broward County's three largest cities. Pompano Beach increased by 44.5%, Fort Lauderdale increased by 30%, and Hollywood by 25%. By 1975, crime became worse. In 1973, sexual assaults in Hollywood tripled. By 1974, crime increased in Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood. One law enforcement official stated, "It's as if an invading army had poured into Broward and gone on a rampage of murder and raping." Fort Lauderdale Police Chief Leo Callahan noted that murders were now occurring more frequently between people who did not know each other. This made homicides hard to solve, and random attacks left police with few clues to pursue. 1974 saw 135 murders in Broward County, including the murder of a Fort Lauderdale policeman. In Dade County, there was an increase of 34% in crime between 1972 and 1973. A crime was reported every 49 seconds in Dade County. In 1975, South Florida had higher crime rates per capita than Detroit, Chicago, and New York. In 1975, Dade County was fourth in the United States with crimes per capita, followed by Broward at sixth, and then Palm Beach County. By 1975, Florida as a state had the third highest crime rate in the nation. Dade County ranked second behind New York City in violent crimes. And at the end of the year, 9 of the United States' 20 most violent cities and counties per capita were in Florida. The increasing drug trade was partially to blame, but there was also undoubtedly a serious increase in crime in South Florida between 1970 and 1975. This was the backdrop of the flat tire and canal murders. In short, there was a crime explosion in the 1970s in South Florida. Police put extensive resources and time into investigating the canal and flat tire murders, but ultimately only one case was solved, that of Judith Osterling, who was murdered in January 1975. Police were overwhelmed by the crime explosion, which may account for these cases remaining unsolved. It also reflects the culture of the 1970s, when crime across the United States was on the rise. There's also the issue of hitchhiking, where young women felt free and able to hitch a ride. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you're interested in this subject, my book on the flat tire murders, Unsolved Crimes of a South Florida Serial Killer, is available on Amazon in both paperback and Kindle. Thank you again for listening.